All right, this is the finale. I have been through 2 new computers in the last 3 weeks, so it's been a long time coming getting this build finished. So I'm sorry about that, but this is now available on the Sims 4 gallery. So please look for me. I'm called The Low Simmer on the Sims 4 gallery, and you can download this beautiful property now. So this is, I think, mostly going to be, I think, landscape and yard stuff, although there were a few things that I mentioned on the last video that I needed to do. I did not have any laundry. I think I was putting laundry hampers into bathrooms and bedrooms, but I never put any, I never did any bedrooms and bathrooms, or excuse me, I was putting laundry hampers in the bedrooms and bathrooms, but I never did any like laundry, appliances in the build. So basically what's going to happen is your Sims, if they were living in this build, would be accumulating all of this stinky laundry and not have anywhere to do it. So I tried to make this downstairs space sort of a utilitarian, a little bit of like skill building area. There's the flower arranging table. There's also that, what do you call it? It's for the handiness skill, but I guess it's like a sculpture handiness table. It's like a woodworking table. And so I placed that in here as well as the laundry, and I really tried to make this whole wall be very inviting. What I think is a really dumb thing that I did with this build and with this downstairs area is that I did not do any windows out to the pool, which seems like a really missed opportunity. But maybe it's a good thing that while you're doing your chores in here, you can't just see, the pool and think, oh man, I just want to go do that instead of be productive on my laundry. So maybe it's a good thing. So you can see I'm kind of sliding things over because these laundry, like the furniture that comes with the laundry pack, they want to kind of blend in with the wall, which could be a nice effect if you want it to look like a built-in, but I wanted it to look like a piece of furniture. So you can see I'm holding down the Option or the Alt key to get that where I want it, and just kind of had to wiggle things around to get it how I thought it should look here. I put a soaking, I'm going to call it a soaking sink up here in the corner, or next to the door. I guess it's not the corner. And wanted to clutter up these shelves. I've really gotten excited about this buy debug cheat. If you haven't done the debug cheat, totally check it out. Just Google it. I cannot remember exactly what it was, but I think you type in maybe testing cheats true, and then you can use the debug or like show debug items or buy debug. I think it's buy debug, like B-U-Y. Anyway, check that out, because this means that you can get access to all kinds of things that exist in the game but are not typically part of the actual, wow, I cannot put words together today, guys. So you can actually buy things that are part of the game but are not typically part of this build and buy mode. So it's really fabulous. There's a lot of good items in there for decorating and cluttering, and we all know we just love clutter because it makes the game look more real. I'm so glad that now on my second new computer I was able to finish this build. So I have been on an old MacBook Pro for 10 years. I got it in 2009. It's now 2019, and it finally died on me. It was a trooper, but it died on me February, I want to say. No, maybe it was in March. It's only April 7th, so I'm going to say it was March that it died on me, and that made me really sad, but at the same time, it was old and it really wasn't the right equipment to be doing this kind of work on. I had a small screen, and of course the computer was outdated, and so I was trying to do these video recordings and streaming, and it's really unsuccessful just because it's such an old computer. Well, again, that was an Apple MacBook Pro. And I try not to be brand loyal because I think that that's silly to be brand loyal. But if you are brand loyal, why don't you tell me why? Because I'm interested in what it is. Now, there are some brands that I do avoid, so maybe that's me creating a double standard. But I definitely don't want to be brand loyal. So I went to the Best Buy and I shopped around. I did some shopping on Amazon. I did a lot of review shopping on the internet for different types of software. And so I ended up purchasing an Asus. It was a great computer. It was an all-in-one Asus machine. And I know that this is not a product review, but I wanted to tell you that while it was a very fast and excellent machine, I was very disappointed that Windows, the things that come out of the box with Windows, is just not as good as the things you get out of the box with Mac software. For example, iMovie is just such a great and easy video editor, and I would have to buy something for the Windows machine to get anything that effective with making these videos and recordings. So I kept my Asus for about 2 weeks, and then I decided, oh my gosh, I should really just go get the Mac. And so I do. I have an all-in-one iMac, and it's lovely. It's so great. It's huge. It's got, so the Asus had a 24-inch screen, which I already thought was big coming from my old laptop. This is a 27-inch screen, and it's 2019, and I bought the 2015 iMac, and it is excellent. It's easy to upgrade. I know they're coming out with a new iMac this year, but I am happy to not spend $5,000 and instead spend close to $1,000 on this item because it's got everything that I need. The RAM is really fast, which is so important for playing these games and using any kind of high graphic softwares. And then it comes with these tools that I would like to use without having to pay for them, which is fantastic. And I feel like I'm getting more for my money this way. Okay, so yeah, this build is really coming together. You can see I did the pool there. I decided to break up these plants around the pool, and it just looked a little bit too structured. You can see I just went over to the front of the building or of the build to see how I was doing landscaping there, and it was much looser, and it's a very low maintenance yard altogether, but it was much looser. Like I didn't have, a lot of just tight groupings of plants. And I had started to do that back here on the pool, so I decided to undo that or kind of go back to just having a few plants here and there. So you can see I separated what was next to the pool and started making those more loose groupings happen outside in the backyard. And it's a really huge backyard. You could really go far with what you can put back here. Gosh, you could have a skating rink back here. You could have, what would have been great? I really should have put in like a camping from the outdoor retreat pack, doing like the campfires that you can cook on and do the chairs around it. That would have been a good idea, but I didn't. So really, I think that's a good opportunity for, if you download this this build, you can add whatever you want back here. There's plenty of room for whatever. If you wanted to do a giant garden, I did supply the downstairs with that flower arranging table, so it'd be a great place to have a big garden. You could create, so here I realized that I have that, I hate when with the landscaping tool, like we have the ability to change the landscaping, but back here in the back, it was going right up to the line. It looked very obvious. They're like, hey, here's the edge of the lot, and nobody likes that. So I had to fix that. So yeah, this would be a great place to garden. And plus there's still a ton of downstairs space. So you could really enclose that. And that's so nice. This sort of, peek, down into below from the deck above. I thought that was nice. So you could really enclose some of that space on the bottom, and you could have a big bowling alley down there. You could have big party space. You could really do a lot of things with it. So that's pretty fun. I think that pretty much ends most of the work on this build. So this is the second time around. Yeah, this is not the second time around, but this is me opening it up on my new iMac and you know, taking a look at everything one last time, just making sure it's exactly how I want it to be, and then you can download it and make it exactly how you want it to be, because that is the beauty of the gallery. You know, you have all these creators, and then you have all of these people who like to take their creations and make them their own, and so they're kind of like sub-creators or co-creators. So really exciting. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and have an excellent, excellent day. Keep things to a low simmer.